Hello.
Hello. We're jumping on before you listen to episode 9, just to give you a little heads up.
Just a quick update that our audio on this episode for about the last 3 minutes cut out for some reason unknown. So we had to use camera audio. So you will notice a little bit of a difference, but it's only 3 minutes.
Yeah, hang in there. We didn't want to re-record the whole thing. We did it, and we hope you enjoy episode 9 of As We Art.
See ya.
Okay, we're starting.
Yeah, hello.
Hello and welcome.
Welcome to As We Art.
As We Art, episode 9.
Episode 9.
Woo.
We made it. We're here. And that's it. Now we're done.
That's the last single-digit episode.
It is. It's crazy.
Wow, 9 weeks.
We're like committed now.
Yeah, we are. It's in. It's a thing. It's happening. It's a habit.
You folks are stuck with us. Sorry.
So if you're new here, welcome. This is a podcast. This is a YouTube channel, and we are talking about art.
Yep.
I'm Monica.
I'm Candace.
And we're talking about art that we do in the here and now this week. Mm-hmm. And we're also talking about our inspiration.
Yeah. And we also want to hear from you. What have you been working on? What's inspiring you? Watch while I move my mic a little bit. Yay.
And for those of you that are new here, we learn as we go. Mm-hmm. We are not experts by any means at anything we're doing or talking about. So,
nope, we use Google a lot.
Yeah, we're tweaking it. We're figuring it out. And that's why we're here. And we want to know what you're working on.
Yep.
What art are you working on? What new projects are you undertaking? Nah, trying.
It gives a new meaning to the undertaker.
You wanted to have that as a job.
I totally did. I wanted to go into mortuary sciences.
What about it specifically drew you? You were like a kid and you're like, I'm going to have a funeral home. Like, why?
Well, I didn't necessarily want a funeral home. I wanted to be an embalmer. Honestly, I think it's probably because your customers are quiet, if I'm being 100% honest. So.
Oh my God. You wanted to not be the people facing person, obviously,
No.
but
yeah,
dealing with dead bodies.
Yeah.
Okay. We all have dreams.
Bodies don't scare me. Gore doesn't freak me out or anything. And somebody's got to do it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. But then I found out it's all about making money. And I was like, no, thank you. So, yeah.
God, everything's a profit.
Yeah.
For profit industry.
Everything's a grift. Yeah.
A what?
A grift.
What is that?
It's like a scheme for money.
I like it. Grift. Mm-hmm. We learn new things every day. Yes. I do anyway. I don't know a lot of words.
Definitely the Merriam-Webster definition.
No, fact check us. Okay, art. Candace, who's going to go first this week?
Why don't you go first, Monica?
Okay. Well, I did have a plan on showing y'all what I worked on, but that plan went to shit when I tried to move it from the glass studio to the podcast table.
That happens.
So I worked on stained glass this week. That's one of the art forms I love. And actually this week, it's interesting. I drew a pattern, cut all the glass for it, and then hated it. It didn't turn out the way I imagined. This was just for my own project. This wasn't for the ongoing project of the literature-inspired panels. This was just something I wanted to do on my own. So I drew a profile, which is missing from my pattern right now.
Hello.
Because I cut it out to reuse it for a different. And I tried all these circles at first, and it wasn't what I imagined it to be.
But you cut all the glass first.
Oh, I cut all the glass.
Every piece.
I know I wasted a little bit. I repurposed the glass by cutting it into different shapes.
Yes. It's never a waste. It's always just experimentation.
Yeah. Thank God. It's such a privilege to be able to have time and resources to try different things and experiment.
Yep.
But I fished this out of the trash for this podcast. So you're welcome, because I will never make this pattern again. I did blue circles and where they overlap, I did like a greenish teal. And then I had this face, genderless face as a mirror glass. And when I stepped back and looked at my creation, it looked like someone hiding in a blueberry bush or something. I mean, it was bad. I was like, oh, that's
Nice.
not what I pictured.
Violet Beauregard from
Yeah.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Oh my God. But I liked the mirror profile that I'd cut. And so I kept that. And this is what I meant. I meant to show the podcast about the swirls and triangles that I changed the pattern to. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, when I tried to carry it in here, it all fell apart.
It's tough to move things at the cutting stage because nothing's like tacked to a board. Nothing's held in place in any way. So,
Lesson learned.
yeah.
So from now on, when I'm at the cutting stage only, I won't be able to show you. Once it's ground and foiled before soldering, then it's all perfectly compact, and I can show you. That was a good lesson learned. I'll still grind every piece and put it back together. Pro tip from a non-pro: if you're a glass artist, at each stage, take a picture, because I took a picture of that after I cut it all. Thank God, because now that it's all shifted, I'm going to need to rely on that picture to put it back together so it all fits in the rectangle again.
Yeah. It's like a jigsaw puzzle from hell.
Yeah, and they're all sharp. So I already had to use a Band-Aid just for moving it today.
Nice.
So I won't be showing you the other panel. I did 3 panels this week: the circles, the triangles, and this as part of the ongoing literature-inspired Harlem Renaissance covers. I did cut all of the glass for this cover, and it looks so good with the orange sun.
It looks awesome. I've seen it. Not to brag or anything.
I am really happy with how that came out. So I'll be posting pictures of that. The why we're mentioning pictures is because if you're listening to this podcast, you're missing out on the visuals that you see on YouTube. Mm-hmm. And so don't fear, we have a solution.
Yes.
Follow us on.
We've thought of you.
For those of you just listening, follow us on Instagram, As We Art Podcast, because we accompany each episode with pictures of what we're talking about. Mm-hmm. So I cut 3 panels of glass this week. It felt really good to be able to change around and experiment. And then this coming week, I'll do all the grinding and foiling, potentially some soldering.
Nice.
Yeah. What art did you work on, Candace?
My week was kind of more like experimentation and not necessarily finished product.
Nice.
There's a T. Product.
No, that's good. The experiment part.
Yeah. So I was experimenting a lot with linocut inking and different papers and printing methods. And I got a new tool for printing. So when you hand print, you have to use like really equal, even pressure on the paper and the ink. So I got this. This tool is called a Baron. And it's what you push on the paper with against your print to get the ink to stick to the paper. And this one's made of glass, which helps a lot because it's extremely heavy.
Oh, it's heavier than I thought. This is awesome. Was it like, how'd they make it?
So I found one that was hand-blown glass by a seller on Etsy called Light Fast Press. And
it's beautiful.
It's awesome. So
like
far, so good.
Purplies and whites and clears. That's really cool. So I did notice a difference on some of the prints you did this week. You can show this one where I thought that the solid black looked more uniform. Is this to blame?
It's more even. Part of it is I'm learning the inking process better. So getting, even ink and not missing spots and all that fun stuff. But yeah, the pressure from the Baron is a huge help. So
Baron.
Yeah.
I thought it was called a brayer. Is that something else?
There's a lot of B words in lino press.
Listen, B words.
Yeah. No fun ones. A brayer is the rubber roller you roll the ink out with.
Okay.
So you go from brayer to Baron.
Brayer to Baron. Yeah. Every activity has its own lingo. I mean, every really sport, every occupation, every job. Like
yes.
Bayer and
Brayer,
Brayer
and Barron.
and Barron.
Not Bayer and Barron.
What's the football team in Germany that you like?
It's, oh my God.
It also begins with a B, like bear.
Yeah, it's Bayern, FC Bayern Munich.
Wait, what is this again? I'm serious.
Oh my God,
I
that's
know.
a Baron. I feel like this is a test.
Okay.
What did I get on my SAT, Monica?
You scored perfect score, honey.
Thank you.
I have trouble. I mix up words sometimes, and I won't say it again, but you do like a certain football team, and it reminded me of this tool.
FC Bayern Munich
Okay.
is a soccer for, people who think football is tackling each other and wearing helmets.
No, soccer. You're a big soccer fan, but we call it football internationally. And yes, okay, I won't ask again how to say the difference between this tool and that team.
Oh, it's fine. It just felt like a quiz. Apparently, no Alzheimer's yet.
Okay,
so
good.
We're
Oof,
good there.
You're lucky.
Yes. So I worked on just printing with some different inks and stuff, and this paper is very difficult to pick up, so pardon my scratching. I just printed like my first lino cut. I wanted to try printing it on different papers,
I like
and
this, the black.
I tried gold.
They look like totally different pieces of art.
They really do.
Just
It's
because of the
interesting.
paper. So it's the same color ink, same lino cut with the spaceship and the moon, but because one's black and one's white, it looks totally different.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So just a nice representation of how much your paper and your ink can affect the way a print looks.
Wow.
So it's really interesting. And then the other thing I worked on this week was trying to get some final prints of No Complaints done. So It finally has the little grumpy ghost stamp.
Oh, yes.
Which I hand carved and printed on everyone. And yeah, they're now numbered and signed and still drying. So I will be very careful.
That's so great. Those are so fun. We, good job.
Thank you.
Especially with the new tool. It looks,
The FC Brayer Baron.
oh my God. I feel so bad. That's incredible.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, it's nice to have a completed project and to mess around and experiment with different things. So
Yeah, I don't love the way the final turned out with the red. I feel like it's a little too muted on No Complaints.
Oh.
So I'm
I like
probably going to reprint that with more vibrant red.
okay.
But we'll see.
I happen to like a deep red. Oh, I'm wearing that color. I like a deep red. It's my birthstone, right? Garnet
It
for
is.
January.
Yeah,
I like
it is.
dark reds.
I like dark reds, but this one, I feel like I mixed it a little too dark. It almost looks brown to me. So we'll see.
I love it. For anyone listening or watching, please let us know what you've tried, what experiments you're working on, what artistic endeavors or other, even if they're not artistic, just something new, something you're working out, something to try. We would love to know. Inspiration.
Oh, what inspired you this week, Monica?
Oh, I got kind of deep down poetry this week. I kind of
Nice.
went there. It was just one of those weeks. I felt productive with work and with art and other things, but I just decided to really take some time and revisit a poet that I love. I brought the book with me.
Nice.
They have plenty of books, but this is their last one. Unfortunately, Andrea Gibson, an amazing poet, unfortunately died in July 2025.
Yep.
We lost an amazing poet. If you're familiar with Andrea Gibson, awesome. If you're not, check them out. This book, You Better Be Lightning, I think maybe 2 years ago we bought it. We got a signed copy. Very happy with that. This isn't a book you just sit down and read cover to cover on like a casual day.
Got to absorb it as it comes.
Yeah, absorb it. That's a good word. I just really felt in touch with some of these poems this week.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they just make you feel, and the words are amazing, and they're not over your head too much. Andrew started at more of a slam poetry. If you're familiar with that type of poetry, it's really more powerful to hear like the spoken word, the spoken poetry. So if you're game, if you're up for reading any poems from slam poets, try reading them out loud.
Yeah.
Or try finding a recording of them reading their poetry, because the cadence and the pace are so different to hear it. It's like energy coming into you, and not just reading words on a page, but hearing them.
Yep.
So I was really inspired this week by that. We had watched previously a documentary, Come See Me in the Good Light.
So good.
Incredible documentary about Andrea Gibson. Unfortunately, with their diagnosis and their eventual, the documentary didn't have the death, but dealing with a cancer diagnosis that was so incredibly powerful, terminal cancer, and their partner Megan allowed incredible access and cameras to come into their home and their life. Very, very well done. So we highly recommend that documentary.
Yeah, it's a great celebration of life, and just a reminder that, we all only have a certain amount of time, and we don't know how much that is. So might as well make the most of it.
Yeah, and all the feelings. Yes. One thing Andrea says that we try to keep in mind, sometimes it's harder than others, but anything you're feeling, especially when there's grief or rage or any feeling, call it love. It's just a good reminder, okay, I'm a human. I have capacity for these emotions. I want to feel them all. What if they truly are all a form of love? Even the rage and the fear, because that means you have compassion enough to love. And so you feel rage and grief and fear towards things. And that's helped me so much to try to remember, or just rename all those emotions. The source of it, love.
Yeah.
It's great. Kind of it's beautiful. So that was on my mind this week quite a bit.
Nice.
Inspiration for you?
Well, that honestly kind of feeds into what was inspiring for me this week. We watched a documentary about the music festival from the 90s, Lilith Fair. And we both were aware of Lilith Fair as it was happening. It was a music festival that was all female artists. Sarah McLachlan put it together. Tons of female artists from the 90s were there. Paula Cole, Sheryl Crow, Joan Osborne, Kay's Choice, pretty much every awesome artist that happened to be female.
Tracy Chapman,
Missy Erykah Badu. Yeah.
Oh my God. There was even Patti Smith went to some.
Patti Smith, yep.
The lineup changed. It was 3 or 4 summers in a row.
I think they did a 4-venue thing the first summer in 96, and then the rest of the years, 97, 8, and 9, were all I can't believe how many tour dates they did with that festival. 50 tour dates plus a year. That's insane. With
a lot.
That big of a production. Anyway, watch the documentary. It's available on Hulu. It was fantastic. So
it was inspiring.
Yeah. I wish I could have gone to a Lilith Fair, but I was 12 when they started, but it was all the stuff I was listening to and still love. Sarah McLachlan's album Surfacing will always be one of my favorites. So
that's so good. I was the exact right age. I was very aware of all of these artists. I was in college age, 95, 96, 97. Yeah, I'm surprised that I didn't go. I did go to Lilith Fair when they tried to have a reunion 10 years later. It was late
2010 or 2011
okay, 2010. Which was awesome. Indigo Girls, Cat Power, Sarah McLachlan, Tegan and Sarah. There was some great artists there. And it was an incredible lineup, but it wasn't from the magic from the 90s of having that big fair where they contributed money to local shelters. I think that we learned in the documentary over the 3 summers, it gave $10 million to women's shelters, something incredible. But what was inspiring about it?
Just the camaraderie between women, and the record label industry really makes them feel like they need to compete against each other, and instead it was just this atmosphere of women being we don't need to compete. We're all kind of comrades and can help one another. I don't know. That's a word now. So that was really inspiring, but also just like things that changed. Like in the 90s, radio DJs were told not to play two women back to back.
That's right. We learned that in the documentary, and that Lilith Fair changed that, being like, yeah, people do want to hear a variety of genres and voices, and it's okay to play more than one woman on a radio station.
Yes, and they got so much shit for putting that festival together because promoters and people were like, no one's going to come watch all these women. You can't have more than two women on a bill. People aren't going to buy tickets. It's men that buy tickets. So I'm really glad that they did that, and it was amazing. And, you know, so many great artists got to have a voice because of that festival. And also just, I don't know, I miss the days when it wasn't all about the damn manosphere. Like,
Yeah. Something you said, honey, when you said they really changed trying not to be competitive, like pitting women against each other. I just want to say something about that in today's artistic climate. Candace and I love trying different art, and we're never ever viewing it as competitive. And in fact, when other artists reach out to us, which has happened with stained glass,
we love it.
we love it.
We love it.
I'll jump on a video, a call, I'll send a message with explicit directions of how we made something. You want a pattern? You want to try making this? Here's the pattern. You want tips on how to make this? Let's have a video call.
Yep.
There's no competitive vibe in us. However, without getting into names, we had a huge shock kind of early in our stained glass journey with another glass artist that approached us and said, you're invading my space and my ideas, and I feel competitive with you. And we're like, what?
It was very out of left field. It was very strange.
It was so shocking. And we assured this man that I'm just pointing out the gender because it was pitting women against women isn't always that way. This was a male artist that's also local and had a real problem with our success. We had a little magazine article. We had won or been granted some money for our art. It was awesome. And we collaborated and lifted other artists up all the time and would tag him on things if we were at similar festivals. We were so surprised to hear there was any competitiveness, which we just didn't feel. We have our own ideas. They're zany, they're wacky. We're doing our own stuff, and we always will. And we continue to. It didn't stop us, but it did make us like take a moment of shock and realize, oh, we need to make it very clear. We are not competing. We don't want artists to compete. We want to be part of a community. Yeah. We want to hear your ideas, not to steal them, but hey, if you want to steal ours, have at it.
Well, it's just like art should be collaborative. Like you're part of a collective conscious with the human race in general. So why not lift each other up and help promote each other and just help each other with things? Like, I mean, you and I don't have a competitive streak as is, but which is probably why we were so shocked by someone else's competitiveness. But like, there is no definite amount of pie. Like if someone gets a slice of pie and you get a slice of pie, it's not like there's only so much pie left in the art world. Like it's infinite. So don't compete with each other because you're not competing for something that's actually there and tangible. It's a made up thing in your head.
Oh my God, I love that. Infinite pie.
Yes, there's infinite art pie.
That should be the name of everything we do from now on.
Infinite pie.
Yes. And not because of
you just love pie.
I love pie. I also love a lesbianic euphemism. I mean, infinite pie? God, now I want to eat pie.
It's also a math term, pie.
Oh, see, that's extra smart. Smarty pants in the family over there.
Not math, but...
Infinite pie. What do you think? But to Candace's point, absolutely. There is no limit to what can be discovered, can be experimented with, can be shared, like collaborate, be supportive, help each other out. The Lilith Fair doc definitely was inspiring for a lot of reasons, but that included. And seriously, if any of you are interested in yes and no's, trials and errors that Candace has already learned from lino cutting, or that we've both learned from glass, or that I'm just starting to learn from writing and submitting writing to journals.
Mm-hmm.
How it feels to be rejected. It's part of the process.
Yeah.
Let us know. We'll share with you anything we have. So collaborate, be kind to each other. There's the inspirational message of the week, and
That's right.
infinite pie.
pie.
That's awesome. So this was episode 9. We've talked about inspiration. We've talked about the art projects we're working on, and we'd love to hear from you. If you're listening or watching, chime in, right? Comment, follow, and thumbs up, but also send a comment.
All that fun stuff. Yeah.
Yep. We are As We Art podcast on YouTube, on Instagram, and we're here. We're doing it. This is so fun. We're having fun, seriously having fun.
We're having fun. So we hope you're having fun. Because we're fine if we're just in our own world talking to ourselves. But, we'd love it if people chime in.
They are, and we appreciate it. The comments that have come in, what people are inspired by, we really, really do appreciate it.
Yep.
So this was episode 9. We're wrapping up, and we will see you next week.
Yeah, see you in the double digits.
We'll see you next time. Thanks for coming.
Bye.
Bye.